Hello all, this is Sai Pon Kumar. Today I'm gonna explain you how to calculate closing stock based on FIFO method. And you can see here I have already calculated my closing stock using the method I have developed for FIFO calculations. This is the closing stock on 29 and 2835 and 3348 on 28 of January. Similarly like that, on each date you can get the closing stock, and this is the end result that we are going to achieve. And the base for my calculations is the data that I have created in my previous video. Okay, so we will start from the beginning to calculate the same calculation that I have shown you right now. Okay, so first thing is we need to apply filters. We need to apply filters, and we'll separate our issues and purchases into two categories. Okay, these are our issues, and I will paste it down exactly here. And the next one is purchase and opening stock. Okay, and purchase and opening stock, we don't need, we are not taking date because we have sorted in my previous video. I have sorted the data in chronological order based on time and date. So that's the reason I was not taking date right now. Now I will remove the filters and will paste it here. Sorry. Okay, I will copy this, I will cut this and will paste here. We'll multiply quantity with the price. Okay, like this. And I was arranging data to my requirement. So I will convert my issues into positive values because I know they are issues. I don't need to differentiate with the minus symbol, and it is also easy for my calculations if they are positive values. Alt H VS paste special and M. So it has multiplied -1 with the previous one, and I got positive values right now. Okay, the next thing is cumulative issues. Sorry, that is sum function only. Sum. Okay, these are my data. These are my cumulative issues. Next thing is creating ranges for each purchase lot, equal to sum. Sorry. So I will drag it down. So what I have done right now is I have taken cumulative purchase. So if my cumulative issues are in between 0 and 2450, it will apply the respective price and it will check the cumulative issues where it is lying. Example, if I take 2671, the cumulative issue and actual issue is 473. So 2671 will be lying in between 2504 and 2727, right? And the preceding issue, that is 2198, is lying in first lot. That means from first lot to this third lot, the current issue has taken place. First we have issued the current opening stock for 473 issues, and then that 54 issues, then 2504 minus 2671 amount of issue will be total equals to 473, like that. That's the reason I have created these cumulative values. The next thing is, so I have to tell Excel in which lot exactly my cumulative issue is lying. So for that purpose I'm using lookup function. So So 379 is lying between 0 and 2450. It will give lower limit of my range, okay, my lot, my cumulative lots. And 2671, it is lying in between 2504 and 2727. Okay, like that. Next one, X match. X match will tell exactly in which row it was in a column. It was in second column, 0. And I'm doing this for sake of my main formula. Next, X lookup. I'm doing this for getting prices respect to. So if 0 to 2450, the price is 6 rupees. Similarly, 2504 and 2727, the price is 6 rupees again. 3578, 4178, the price is 9 rupees. Like that, it will give prices. Okay. So we get to the main formula. It is our main formula. First of all, I will write my main formula, then I will explain you. Okay. Equals to. Otherwise, I will explain and. Okay, we will do both explaining and writing simultaneously. Equals to. First of all, for sake of my convenience, I am writing here my formula. If 250, I mean M9 minus M8 equals to 0, that means my previous cumulative issue and the current cumulative issue are lying in the same lot. If they are lying in the same lot, then simply do 2671, that is J9, minus J8, that is 2198, into price in 09. Okay. If the both issues are not lying in a same lot, then we have to check whether it is lying in the next succeeding lot. So if open bracket, this one plus 1 equals to M9. Actually, I am developing a logic based on condition that issues will be lying in one purchase lot, or two purchase lot, or three or more purchase lots. Okay. So first logic is that issues will be lying in first lot, in single lot. Then the formula will execute this part. Okay. And if issues are lying in two lots, if 2 plus 1, that is 3, equals to 4, is it equals to 4? No. But you can see here 6 plus 1 here, 6 plus 1 equal to 7. That means these two issues are lying in two different lots. So two cumulative issues are lying in two different lots. That means our current issue will start from the previous one, right? 3157, it will start from there and will continue to 3165. So for that, formula is 3165 minus, sorry, we are doing right here, right? 61 minus 2504 into this price plus they are lying in the same lot, then M9 minus M8 into this price, comma, if it is false, then J9 minus M9 into O9. Into O9 plus. So if you can see here 2671 minus 2198, they are lying in first lot, second lot and third lot. So first I will multiply my current lot, that is 2671 minus 2504. This is the lower limit of my current lot, into respective price plus my earlier lot, that is my starting lot, that is 0 and 2450, right? What is the upper limit? That is 2450. So I have to tell Excel to go to that place. How? Indirect concat L, comma, this true value, that is this, okay, minus 2198. Okay, 298 into price, that is 6, plus sum indirect. Actually, indirect function will take reference that is given in text. If I type A2 in B2, if I use indirect function in C2, instead of it will take reference in text that was written in B2, so it will give A2. Okay. I don't know whether you understand it or not. You can check it in Google. Indirect concat H, comma, H is this is our lots, right? Since my first lot is in that is H2, that is this one 2450. My current lot is in this one 223, and that is 1338, right? So between these two lots, whatever the lots are there, the formula will add that lot. So H2 plus 1, so it will give next lot of my first lot. Then again indirect concat H, comma, this one minus 1, so done. This is our formula. And I will explain it clearly by taking 2 or 3 positions. Okay, like if you see here, the issues are 73, right? So the cumulative issue is 452. The current issue is 73. 453 cumulative issues lying in 0 and 2450. So the current issues lower limit is 0, and the previous issues lower limit is 0. That means both are in the same lot. So what our formula will do is, since M2 minus M3 minus M2 equal to 0, will simply do J3 minus J2 into price of current lot. Both are same, so you can give O3 or O2. It will give the same answer. Okay. The second one is, if this logic fails, that means the current, the 73 is not in a single lot, but it is in two lots, 73 ratio. So I will show you a case right here. Okay, this 80, not this one, this. So you can see here, where M12 minus M11 equals 0. No, it is not equal. So this true value, if statement won't print this true value, right? It will go to the next false value. That is, if I'm saying Excel that if n11 is what? It is 6. 6 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 3062 plus 1. That means this one. Okay. If it is equals to 3205, since it is equal to 3005, that means like 287 is lying in two lots. Okay, it is lying in two lots. So as it is true, what it will do is 3452 minus 3205 into current lot price plus, since both are lying in immediately succeeding or preceding lots, so what it will do is plus M12, that is 3205 minus 3165 into previous price. Okay, that is O11. If it is false, that means 6 plus 1 is not equal to 7. That means the issues are in more than 2 lots, more than 2 purchase lots. So what our formula will do is, the third one I will show you right here. Since you can see 2671 minus 2198, that is 473, is lying in 3 lots. So that's why I am showing right here, so you can understand it well. Since the first condition failed and the second condition failed, so the last false value is this one, starting right here. So 2 plus 1 is not equals to 4. So J9, that is 2671 minus 2504. Since 2671 is lying in between 2504 and 2727, so it will minus 2671 minus 2504 will multiply the current price plus. So this lot is over, right? So the remaining issue quantity will be in first lot and thus next lot. If it is more than 3 issues, it will be in multiple lots. So again we will go into the first lot. So the first lot is this one, right? 2198. So it will take this one, like I have given reference to L4, L2, that is this one. Okay, this is the current lot's upper limit minus 2198 into price, that is 6 rupees, plus, since this lot is over and this lot is also over, right? In the remaining lots it will add up. Okay, that is sum indirect concate H98 plus N8 plus 1, that is concate N8 plus 1. N8 plus 1 means 2 plus 1, that is third row H3, that means this one. It will add starting from that plus column indirect H, again H, N9, that is this one, current lot, minus 1, because current lot is already over, so we need not to take current lot, so that's why minus 1. So the lots between the current lot and the first lot will be add up, plus the first one, the current lot, J9 minus M9, again the the current lot, the first lot and the remaining lots. This is our formula. I hope you get this formula. And these all are our helper columns, right? So the final formula that we are going to write here equals to x lookup again into minus 1, because my issues are here negative, but here it is positive, right? So I am making them as positive values. So if there is a positive, it will convert into negative. That means they are purchased. Otherwise they are issues, right? So it will check this value right here and will give these issues. Since there is no value, 2450 is not here, minus 2450 is not here, so it will give NA, that means no value is found, right? So I am using if error in order to have 0 in place of error. Similarly, I am writing here again another formula, that if it is positive value, do one thing, that is multiply B4 with this value into plus T3. Otherwise T3 is the preceding one, right? Minus this. Okay, so I will copy it here. We'll go to down. Okay, so our closing stock is 2835 on our last date, that is 29 January. Similarly, we get closing stock on each trade. So this is the FIFO thing, okay, FIFO calculations, and we can hide these columns, helper columns, simply alt HOU C. So this is our calculations. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this video.